I mean, I've given this a lot of thought. My brother killed himself in front of my mom, um, which, if you knew my brother, is so antithetical to like his gentleness and uh, I mean, it is so stunning even now. Um,
Were there any premonitions?
um, for me, the first he died July 22nd, 1988. In like April, I'd come home from college and my mom said he was thinking about moving back into the house. He was working at American Heritage, a history magazine. He'd worked at the Public Interest.
Really?
Yeah. And written like book reviews for commentary.
Wow. He was a
And
budding right-winger.
I think it was a phase, to be honest.
You will never know that.
I do. I'm pretty sure, actually.
The public interest, though, is...
Because all the people he was sort of friends with at the time, they've all now evolved as well into something else. But not all of them, but I think a lot of them. Anyway, he suddenly seemed dark, like he was not himself. And I was on a crew team. He came to a race and he left early. And my mom said he wasn't feeling well. And I remember going to his bedroom and he seemed scared, and we never talked about anything. After my dad died, we each kind of went to our corners, and I was terrified to see him like this. All I really wanted to do was just get out of there and get back to school and run away, and that's what I did. And I left him a note saying, if call me if there's anything you need, and my mom told me he went to see a therapist after that, and I kind of in my mind was like, great, it's dealt with. He'll talk to the therapist, and he went back to work right away, like the next day, and things seemed. I ran into him again randomly on the street July 4th weekend, and he said to me, "Last time I saw you, I was like an animal," and I thought, oh well, he's kind of making fun of how he was feeling, and so maybe that's a good sign. We had a lunch together, and I hugged him goodbye, and he jumped off. He came home 3 weeks later to my mom's house, and after a couple hours, jumped off the balcony. It's there was clearly more going on than I knew, and I still to this day don't really understand.
Yeah, that also I discovered with my friend's husband that the depression and mental illness are real.
Yeah, so I mean, the idea that it's an aggressive or a commentary on doing if somebody does it at home or how it's I don't think it's necessarily that well thought out.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of times I think when my brother was a very impulsive
Mm-hmm.
thing. Perhaps he thought about it previously, but I think it's, I don't know.